We rely on our smartphones so much these days, don't we? Including from getting from point A to point B. But in Gatineau Park, north of Ottawa, officials are asking their visitors to find their way the old-fashioned way. Sandra Abma explains.
Heading out for a trek in Gatineau Park is one of the great joys of living in this area. And it's not surprising that tech-savvy hikers are using their phones to navigate the trails.
And in the Lac Philippe area.
Gatineau Program Officer Rochelle Paquette says relying on just your phone can lead hikers into trouble.
Because cell reception in the park is very spotty at best, and all of a sudden your GPS isn't working, you may get lost, and once lost, it's a lot harder for us to find you and know where you are.
And what's the easiest way to get there?
Paquette recommends that before setting out on a trail, hikers check in at the park's visitor center, where staff can suggest routes that are suited to the hiker's ability, warn about changing weather conditions, and hand over that old-school paper map. Natalie Gauthier of expedition company Great Canadian Trails says hikers have found themselves in dangerous situations by relying on out-of-date GPS maps that didn't include details about terrain conditions or tide changes, or were simply wrong.
Definitely, it's a growing problem, and I think that people forget that their phone has limitations.
Something our intrepid trailblazers have figured out for themselves.
I'm walking around with it, but I don't have service, so I don't know why.
I think people are getting overconfident in having their phone, quite frankly. The GPS systems are only as accurate as the software updates that your applications get.
And so can you see that maybe it's probably still a good idea to pick up a paper map?
You know what? It would be, because I almost dropped my phone in the lake earlier. So it would have been handy to have a paper map, yeah.
If you know how to use it.
Yeah, if you know how to use it.
Well, if you do have trouble reading a map, you can always look up and follow those old wooden signs. Sandra Abma, CBC News, Gatineau.